Hi, I'm Carl.
And I'm Shane.
And this is Angelica. Welcome to Pause for the News.
In Pause for the News, we examine social issues and current hot topics surrounding our companion animals.
Heel, fetch, sit, stay, a good all day, doing what you say. You're my best friend. There's time to talk and there's time to walk. We're going off leash. I'm gonna run, run, run. I'm going off leash. I'm gonna have some fun. We're going off leash. I'm gonna chase that thing. We're going off leash. I wanna hit the beach. I'm going off leash.
Are you needing a vacation? You like to travel and escape, but you want to take your pet? You got to stay tuned for this episode. We're going to go to Cancun, Mexico, and we're going to show you all the different resources of pet-friendly airlines and hotels, and actually how to party with your animal, or party like an animal. Okay, so let's go snorkeling. This is a beautiful cove here, but let's go underwater and see what's in these beautiful waters. There's so much to do in Cancun. This is Rafa, and he's our tour guide today. And we're in the Mayan ruins at Coba.
Yeah, this is like a football pitch, which the people play the football, and this is the goal net, and they put the ball on the hip. The team who was winning was the sacrifice.
How would they be sacrificed?
They put them on the top of the, I'm not quite sure it's the Coba or different way, and they cut the head.
They cut their head off?
Yes.
The winning team?
Yes.
So the winners would lose their head?
Yes, and that was the sacrifice for the gods, so it was like a good one. I prefer to be in the losing team, you know.
Oh my God.
Como que te vas, como que te vienes, échame tu brazo, mi alma, válgame Dios, gracias a Dios, crucificado me tienes.
You halfway there yet? Just a few feet from the very top. Had to stop, take a break. Sounds like I'm really out of shape. I'm not. I just had to take a break. This is very high. Oh my God. Okay, so we made it to the top. How do you feel? I'm trembling. I can't believe I came down. I thought we were going to have to get a hold of the fire department with the big ladders.
Como que te vienes, échame tu brazo, mi alma, válgame Dios, gracias a Dios, crucificado me tienes. Como que te vas.
Mexico, it's such a fun, interactive place to go to.
They've got
gorgeous beaches.
Yes, and they got beautiful sunsets.
Excellent nightlife. But what was really interesting is the historic sites. So you can go to the pyramids. They had a big national park called Xcaret, which we had the pleasure of going to, and they helped the animals out there as well.
Pause for the news.
I'm currently standing beside Laura. I have the pleasure of speaking with Laura with regards to the Westin Spa and Resort in Cancun, Mexico, which is pet friendly.
Yes, we are pet friendly and we welcome pets.
So this will be my guest room?
Yes, this is your guest room. Welcome here and welcome to your pet. And we have a lovely room reserved for you with 2 double beds and of course the heavenly dog for your cute pet.
The rooms that are provided to the guests that are bringing their pets, is it any different of a room from anybody else?
No, actually it's the same, and actually you can reserve any type of rooms. We have from deluxe lagoon view rooms, deluxe ocean view. We have suites. If you wish to reserve the presidential suite, there's no problem. We only ask you, if possible, to advise in advance that you are bringing your pet, so we can have ready for you the heavenly dog and the small welcome amenity that belongs with you while you are in the resort.
And do you find that this has been an increase over the last few years where pet travelers come into your fine hotel?
Yes, actually I will say yes, because when we started a couple of years ago, maybe it was 1 pet every 1 or 2 months, and now there's weeks that we could have 2 or 3 pets in the resort. No? So.
Is there any other recommendations that the guests need to have in place before they schedule it? I understand it's 40 pounds and under.
Yes, that's correct. It's 40 pounds and under, and they have to sign a liability waiver when they check in, having the dog always with a leash and not going into the pools. But you can lay down on the beach if you wish, or by the pool, there's no problem. We usually try to assign like a lovely room in the first floor so the pet could have like the access to a terrace. We need somebody to be with the dog or not to have the dog in the bedroom when the maid is coming to clean up your room. The heavenly dog for you, and please, in case you need privacy for your pet, please hang this on the door, no? So we know that there's a puppy in the room and nobody came in without notice. And also it's important for us that you be sure that when you are traveling international, that you check with your airline on all the things that you have to be prepared before traveling international, no? To avoid any surprises.
Well, Laura, it's been a complete pleasure. I'm so glad you shared your hotel with us, and I'm sure pet travelers from around the world are going to be ecstatic and want to make reservations.
No, we thank you very much for coming into the Westin, and remember, this is your home away from home, and we look forward to welcome you and many of your visitors here.
Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We also want to show our viewers a very important aspect if you're visiting the Cancun, Mayan Riviera, Playa de Carmen. There's actual pet stores, and there's many of them. Come on in, we'll take a look. The important aspect, especially when you're heading to the beach or the common areas, the dog always has to be leashed. So, let's say you forgot the leash, or you've got a little puppy who's chewed up its leash and collar. Again, they've got an array of different products. So, no different than back home. They've got everything the same as what we would have. Again, they've got all kinds of different tools for your own grooming. If you forgot your dog's brush, etc. at home, not to worry. Not that we really want to be grooming our dog while we're on vacation, but then again, you just never know. They're carrying Coba. And I understand though that this is a newer brand. It's actually from Bear. I'm not clear if we've got it in Canada right now, but Bear produces a lot of our pet pharmaceuticals as well. So a strong company. Looks like they've come out with a line. It's called the Mira. So there's tools. They have different forms of shampoos, food. Most important, if you forget your kibble at home, and check with the immigration as well, because I believe that when you're bringing the dog food across the border, it has to be a sealed bag, or else it'll remove it from you. So if you don't have any, we've got the stores here in Mexico. Just heading into the grooming area. Yeah. While we were in Mexico, we actually made a very good friend. Her name was Adriana. And Adriana actually rescued 3 pets. She took them off the street. They were very ill pets.
I can't believe how many homeless pets and strays that there are in Mexico. And a veterinarian did explain to me that they wanted this to be the last generation of unspayed and neutered pets.
Then you have Blizzard.
Who is this?
Blizzard, Coba.
And who is this? And that's Coco?
And that's Booty.
And this is the cutie pie?
The little thing, yeah.
Hi. And now, can you please tell me, how did you get these dogs?
Well, all of them are rescued from some points. She was rescued from a veterinarian that didn't want to have her. She was the best story of the 3 of them because she was picked from the street. I found her on the street just laying there, almost dead.
You found this one on the street, almost dead.
Her name is Coco because she looks like a cocoa bean.
Oh, she does look like a cocoa bean.
And the little thing over there is Buddy. He was also rescued from the problem of the swine flu that we had a couple of years ago. The people in Mexico had a problem with swine flu and nobody wanted him.
Oh.
So I kept him.
Well, aren't you just the cutest little thing in the world? Thank God you saved them.
Yeah, I love them. They are my kids.
And you saved
They're my family.
And now you rescued also 2 cats?
2 cats, but I don't know where they are. They come and go.
Oh no, they're very small cats. They do whatever they want.
My 2 cats are being, they have been fixed. They cannot have babies. And he's the only one that still keeps the olives. Soon to go, hopefully.
It's very beautiful to see you, who have rescued and is giving a beautiful home to 3 dogs who would otherwise be out on the street, probably dead now, probably sick and with no love at all.
We don't need more dogs in the world.
No.
Not the way they are being kept in the area. Like in Playa del Carmen, we have a big problem with dogs and cats in the street because people abandon them. Being Playa, a place where people come and go, and there is just not enough people that stay forever.
Yes.
They come, they buy a dog, and I'm going to my hometown, Italy, Argentina. I cannot take my dog and put the dog in the street. But if there is people that just rescues a dog, pay for the veterinarian, pay for the operation so they cannot have more babies, and they do that. There is people waking up to our consciousness about that kind of thing. But we need more help, actually.
Yeah.
Because I just can't have 3. If I could, I could have 20.
I know, me too. I feel the same way.
One of the sad facts that we ended up finding out was that there's 25 million homeless dogs in Mexico, but they're being proactive. For example, Coco's Cat Rescue. Can't say enough amazing things about them. They also help out the other charities by spaying and neutering dogs and cats and helping the other organizations out as well. I have the pleasure of standing beside Laura, and Laura is going to take us on a little tour. Shane and I are here to understand more about the cat rescues in Cancun, Mexico.
These 4 kittens were brought in. It's actually a mum and 3 babies. They were brought in from an empty lot here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. We trapped them. They've been spayed, neutered, they've had their rabies vaccines, they've had deparasite medicines, and then tomorrow when they've recovered they'll be going back to where they live, where hopefully we'll find a feeder to feed them so that they become a stable cat colony. They're fed, they're healthy, they're not going to reproduce anymore, but obviously they're too feral to be adoptable because they're wild cats and they're extremely feral. You can't get anywhere near them. We have to actually use the traps to catch them. But this is a program we're working on here in Playa and in surrounding areas, basically trying to reduce the overpopulation problem of feral cats in the area. Every morning at 8 o'clock, animals come in from rescues all over the area, as far as Cancun down to Tulum. They come here, we weigh them, they go into the cages, and then they wait their turn while they get operated, they get spayed or neutered. Then they recover, and at 3 o'clock they all go home. This is Dr. Letty. She works full-time for Coco's Cat Rescue. She helps us with spay and neuter and all the rescued kittens. She's saved so many kitten lives, and we couldn't do what we do without her.
Each day we do from 10 to 20 surgeries, cats and dogs.
We help all rescues. We do free spay and neuter for all rescue groups in the area for dogs and cats. And we also help people who are on low income to operate their animals for free or for a small donation. We began just with cats, and we've expanded the help. The need was just so big, we decided to involve dogs in the spay neuter clinic, and from there we've gone on to actually rescuing some dogs as well. I mean, you just can't avoid it. There's so many on the streets, you can't turn your head, you know. So we're just really trying to focus. Our main mission is spay and neuter because it's the solution. So we're trying to focus on spaying and neutering as many cats and dogs as possible, at the same time educating the new generation by going to the schools and talking to the kids on, you know, pet care and respecting animals.
Thank you. Yeah, this was a very beautiful experience.
So Coco's Cat Rescue, Cancun, Mexico.
Got to check it out.
Yes.
Get on their website, and they could use some help.
So on to our next rescue. And I have the pleasure of being with Jan. Jan's with the Playa Animal Rescue in Playa del Carmen area of Cancun, Mexico. And we're just getting a better understanding. This is an actual shelter. So about what they have to offer for services and of adoption. Jan, I understand there's actually Canadians that are involved for support with your shelter.
Absolutely. We do a lot of cross-border adoptions. We work with rescue organizations in Canada that take some of our dogs. We have people that donate money because we receive no money from the government here in Mexico. That's always helpful. We have people that donate medicines and supplies. And then we have people who adopt dogs and take them home, which is the best part.
And what's the primary mission of the Playa Animal Rescue?
Well, our mission statement says that we're here to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome dogs, street dogs in Playa del Carmen. And to expand on that, another important thing that we do is community outreach to try to push forward that dogs need to be spayed and neutered. There's too many homeless dogs here. We need to cut down on the population.
And you told me earlier, what is the population of homeless they estimate?
What I've been told is in Mexico as a whole, there are over 25 million homeless dogs. And there are shelters, actually I know of two, one in Mexico City, one in Puebla, that have over 1,000 dogs in the shelter. We have 83 dogs here, and that's hard enough.
Are they all in different age groups?
We have dogs right now from about 8 years old all the way down to 3 weeks old.
I just saw a little pet that's come in, but because we're at maximum capacity within the kennel areas, Princessa is on the outside of the kennels, which isn't too bad, I guess.
She's living grandly under the palapa.
She is. Let's go take a look at her. You're a very gentle girl, aren't you, hon?
She's a good girl. She's still in quarantine, so she's not available for adoption until we're sure that she's disease-free and until she's spayed. You're a good girl. If a dog is terminally ill and suffering and medically there's nothing we can do, really the kindest thing is to put them down. Say a litter of puppies in that has distemper. We can't keep them here. It's a risk to every other dog that already lives here that we've made a commitment to. And we can't put them back on the street because they'll spread the disease. So it's a very sad situation, but in that situation there's very little choice.
And you have a veterinarian on duty at all times that's associated to this shelter?
Yes, we do. Dr. Mauricio is here 6 days a week.
We have one of the most good veterinary doctors here in Playa del Carmen.
If your pet becomes immobile, you're on vacation, and or it has an accident, requires an operation, tourists don't have to worry. They've got all the medical attention here by all the veterinarians.
Yeah, of course.
This is Rumba.
Rumba.
And Guapo, and Ocho, and Ceniza. And in the corner hiding, we have Carlitos, Galeno, and Kalua.
Are you getting pets adopted within a week, a month?
It varies. We have one puppy in here right now for quarantine. The night that I found him, somebody offered to adopt him, so he's just here for 2 weeks for quarantine, and then he goes. Other dogs have been through shelter system here in Mexico, here in Playa, the 2 previous shelters that were here, so we've got dogs that have been in shelter for 6 years. The puppies are the first to go, obviously, so we really like to focus on our adult dogs. And we have some awesome dogs. This is Sparks, and he's going as well, and he's a lovely dog. He's 2 years old, so he's been in shelter a long time. So we have Palomita, Carmel, Mitch, Congo, and Daisy. All available for adoption, all spayed and neutered, all current on their shots, all current on their preventative medicine, just looking for the right people. We have wonderful supporters. We could not do it without them. It would be impossible. Do you love Robin? You're adopted too, aren't you, Carmel? Where are you going? I think she's going to Vancouver. Yeah, I think so. We have several dogs going to that area. A local golf course called us and said, we have puppies on the golf course, can you come and get them? We said, yeah, we would go. We were expecting 5 or 6, which is typically what you see, and there were 18. So these guys are 2 years old. They haven't been adopted yet, so they've been in shelter for coming up on 2 years. Shelters are hard to run down here. You know what? They close, and when one shelter closes, the other shelter have to assimilate them into their population, which is how we started. When we first formed our corporation, we didn't have the luxury of just building a shelter and then going out to find dogs. We started with 70 dogs.
Look at all those tails wagging.
That's because we happy dogs. People play with us. Our theory is dogs need consistency, discipline, and love because they have to be adoptable. And they need manners for that. And the natural reaction, anyone who comes into the shelter is, oh, poor dogs. Love, 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 spoil, spoil, spoil. And they like that, don't get me wrong, but it's not what they need. They need to learn how to behave, how to be good dogs. And they are, every one of them, good dogs. Yeah, she's barking because she's a little protective.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, this is all the babies.
How many can I fit in my arms? How many can I get? How many? Can I get all 5? Can I get all 5? Maybe just 3. Oh, but I gotta take Lalo. They're very young. They're like just over 2 weeks. Their eyes just opened, and they're adventurous and confident and healthy and so cute.
Yeah.
So these guys, like I said, they're just over 2 weeks old, so they'll be ready to go, oh, probably for a month and a half. And they will be absolutely 100% healthy. Distemper is rampant in this part of Mexico, and when the dogs get sick, 90% of them die. And it's an awful death. And of the 10% that survive, there's severe neurological damage. So they have a tremor. And we're just trying some new medication on Canella to get rid of her tremor, and it is working. She can actually come out. She looks bad now because the tremor doesn't allow her to put on weight. And she also has some problems with her legs. But when we first got her, she literally could not stop moving. It was constant. But you can see now when I'm holding her that the tremor that she's got, that twitch, that was 10 times worse before she started taking medicine.
Well, Jan, I really appreciate you taking time with us, explaining things to our viewers, and what can we do to help support you?
Well, I think the most important thing is just for people to understand that we're here. So if you can go to our website, which is playaanimalrescue.org, go to our Facebook page, Playa Animal Rescue, and just take a look at what we're doing and see how you can help us. Even if you're 3,000 miles away, you can do a PayPal donation. If you're coming down on vacation, maybe you could bring us some sutures or make a donation, adopt a dog. There's a lot you can do.
So when you're traveling with your pet down to Cancun, you can also drop by and take a look at, we'll call them temporary residents.
Temporary residents.
I want them to be temporary.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anybody stay for a long time.
Oh, we encourage that. Come and visit. Actually, we open to the public all the time, but especially on Saturdays, we ask people to come and just play with the dogs. The dogs love it, and they need it.
And I have the pleasure of sitting beside Emma and Sophie. And they're both from the Cancun Animal Rescue. And we're going to learn a little bit today about your cause and what exactly you've been doing for the Cancun area.
Well, we have a rescue team, and we do have locals that help and support us. Many vets help us too. And our main goal is to neuter and spay as many dogs and cats as we can, so we can
have a generation with no street animals. Yes, it's a sad thing because I have street animals at home, and they're amazing. They fill your life in such an amazing way that for me, people say, oh, you have that many dogs? And I say, you don't have a dog in your life? It seems like if I never had an animal in my life, it wouldn't be the same. Like, it's so fulfilling to have an animal and have like this noble love always given to you. When you go home, always have the tail wagging. So it's just an amazing feeling, and I think there's no love that can compare to the love of an animal, because it's really true, you know?
One of the biggest highlights of this vacation was actually this pooch party that was held at the Me Resort. And everybody, if they wanted to go out and party, they just brought their dogs with them. It was a big red carpet event. Pet owners loved it, and it was a great night out for everybody.
It was a lot of fun.
This is Johnny, everybody, and you're one of the organizers for this pooch party.
Actually, I'm the one who created a little bit the concept for the Me brand in general, and the party is for the dogs, and it's a day for the dogs to be pampered and to enjoy themselves and to have fun, and who knows, maybe they find some husband or wife.
What brings you to the Me Hotel?
My friend told me that there are events for dogs, and I'm coming for my dog.
Why did you come to the pooch party?
Well, a friend of mine told me about it, and really there aren't that many events like this in Cancun, and I said, it's really cool because, you know, those of us that have dogs, we almost are isolated, and this was kind of a way to celebrate. And so I said, I have to see what it's all about.
Well, I think it's a great idea. It's the first time that they do something like this in here, and well, I'm a dog lover, so anything for her.
And your name is?
Wendy.
Wendy?
Antonella.
And who's this?
Chloe.
Chloe. So what do you think about the pooch party?
I like it. I love it, and it's very nice to do this kind of parties or this kind of events for the people. It's amazing because they're doing a good deed, and we have a serious problems of abandoning dogs. So I hope everyone's spayed and neutered the dogs.
Did you bring your dog today?
Not today because I'm working now. We're raising money for this Tierra de Animales. This is an organization that takes care of the street dogs in Mexico. We have a really big problem and a lot of cruelty here, so we take care of them. There's 200 dogs in the shelter right now. We neuter them. We go to schools and talk about dogs and respect to animals, you know?
I love the idea. I'm very pet friendly, and that's why I thought about something that we can do it at least once a year, and we show the people that you can bring your dog, and after there is a party and everybody have fun and the dogs have fun. That's good.
Does she go everywhere with you?
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes.
Mexico is a #1 destination to go to. We had an amazing time.
The Mexican people are so hospitable. They have amazing generosity, and they're very warm and beautiful people.
So viva la Mexico. We love the trip. We're going back.
And we give Mexico 4 paws up.
Heel, fetch, sit, stay. I'm good all day, doing what you say. You're my best friend. There's time to talk and there's time to walk. We're going off leash. I'm gonna run, run, hit the beach. We're going off leash. Now I love my job as a show dog, strutting all day up on that runway. It takes a lot to walk that walk, and at 6 o'clock, and I wanna rock. We're going off leash. I'm gonna run.